This is how patience will literally win you more trades. In this video, you're going to see how I allowed myself to succumb to FOMO, taking a not so great setup, but shortly after I took a loss, I was able to take one of my best setups, allowing me to make back the majority of that loss and have the potential to make a boatload of money. All right, so we're off this low of day break right here. And it's just because, price has been melting. We have not been able to make a full pullback to the New York. I wanted to take a swing at this low of day break to see if we get some continuation to the downside. Stop is fairly tight at the recent lower high. If we break this, then I can always just get back in when we actually do, if we do reject the New York VWAP or the daily. But right now, I'm in on this trade. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Does not look good. Does not look like a winning trade. I think we're gonna stop out here, and it's fine. It's totally fine. Let's just see how price reacts at the New York VWAP, which is my best setup. I don't even, just looking back at it, it's like, was there FOMO involved in this trade? Absolutely, but it's fine. It's okay. It's not like it's a stupid setup. It's just I understand that for me personally, it's not my best setup. So, yeah, and we're
stop filled.
It's all good. All right, so let's close out these positions. Let's just get ready to get back in at the New York. I'm looking at this as price is just finding its lower high, so we can continue lower. Just following the trend we've been in since last week, the week before that. Just making lower lows, lower highs. Not going to fight that big trend. It's going to ride that big trend and expect continuation. I just want to ride what price is already doing. And that's been moving lower. So see if we can reject the New York, get in here at a great price. And then, yeah, bada bing, bada boom. That'd be all she wrote. All right, so let's go and get in.
Order filled.
Oh, yeah, this thing has a lot of steam. All right, so let's just hit that 58. And then we get out at 4. We leave our runner.
Order filled.
All right, nice. All right, so now we're going to go risk-free, baby. And that's all she wrote. And that's all she wrote. All right, so let's dive a little deeper into the last trade that you guys just saw to where it was a winner. And it was a perfect setup. I took the rejection / bounce play off of the New York VWAP, which is my setup. I honestly don't know why I thought it was a good reason to take this low day breakout when I know that's my least profitable setup, which is why I stopped taking those. But again, I just had FOMO, and FOMO is going to kick in occasionally, but I need to be able to limit that to not allow this to happen frequently in order to become a profitable trader. But I took my setup. We made back the majority of the loss. We're only down $16 today, which is just basically break even. So we're able to make back the loss. But I just want to talk about what I did after I went risk-free, leaving a runner on in this trade. And basically, after I locked my stop, went risk-free on a runner, I considered adding in as I saw that price was pulling back. And as I saw it pulling back, I noticed that it was a really good opportunity in order to add in on this position. So what I did was I allowed price to pull back to the most recent low of day anchor VWAP right here, and then see how it reacted around this price level. Are we going to take this key level, or are we just going to fake out, close above it, and then close right back down below? As soon as we printed this red candle and closed right back down below, that's when I added 2 more additional contracts. So I had my original runner from my entry up here, and now I have 2 more contracts where I got a lower price. So the average price that I got in was literally just like right around here. That was my average at the 664 level on the MES contracts. And my only mistake with this trade is that my entry was perfect. My conditions on why I added in was also amazing. The size I added in was perfect. The only mistake I made is that I didn't allow it to really play out to its full potential, because my add-in price was amazing, but I locked in the stop way too quickly. After 2 candles later, I locked in the stop at break-even entry, so I wouldn't lose anything after adding in. But at that point, price tapped me and then went without me. So that was the only mistake that I'm critiquing on myself about this trade, and I marked it up right here in my notes, is that I kind of need to let this play out. I made back the majority of my losses. This is a very small risk. I just moved my stop at this lower high. If we take back out this lower high, I wouldn't want to be in the trade anymore, and I would just want to be out, and that's totally fine. But I added into a winning trade. I just mismanaged it once I actually added in by locking my stop way too early. If I wanted to lock my stop and go risk free, well, then I need to allow price to kind of create a little bit of distance. Once we actually do create that distance, maybe once price kind of like drops towards this equal low down here, then I can consider going risk free and maybe even selling 2 contracts to lock in a little bit of profit. And then I just keep the stop locked and then let one contract go for however long it can go for. Other than the mistake of taking a FOMO trade in the morning and then kind of mismanaging the add in, my trading today was pretty good. I was able to make back my losses. And now I'm going into tomorrow with nice discipline to allow price to actually present my ideal setup, not a setup to where I'm going to take out a FOMO. And if it doesn't present, well, guess what? I'm just going to stay flat, come back the next day and trade for another day.